Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with the weekly kickoff. All right, now as we come into the markets, the dollar still sort of drifting lower, right? Just have a quick look at the charts. Euro still heading up. Sterling, the sort of downtrend for the dollar is pretty set. The dollar index just cruising lower. Dollar Swiss, dollar yen still going down, but making harder work of it. Dollar CAD caught up between what's happening in oil and the sort of weaker dollar, but not really showing like gorgeous signs of trading. And Aussie and Kiwi sort of still a little bit stuck, right? So dollar Swiss, dollar yen, euro, and sterling probably your main targets this week as we come into trading. Now, the market is factoring in Fed rate cuts, right? And this week we have the US Non-Farm Payrolls, the employment numbers on Friday. That's probably going to go a long way to determining how quickly and how soon the Fed rate cuts are, right? So that's not bad for us because if I just come back to the live trade hub, we're going to have plenty of opportunities to get into trading opportunities, right? Now, just at the start of the week, just going through the live trade signals, nothing really lining up just yet. And that's pretty common for a Monday, right? Monday start. You look at the markets, everything's just sort of really gelling around, where everything is. And I'm not really seeing anything line up there on the signals. So there's not much to be doing just at the moment. The key data to watch out for, some Chinese manufacturing numbers. We've got some German retail sales and inflation numbers. Probably worth a look if you're looking at definitely looking at euro. And Christine Lagarde, the ECB president, speaking much later in the day. Not expecting any surprises there, but just to sort of alert you to what is coming out this week. We do have a few inflation numbers, so sort of just really taking you through factoring in inflation data, right? This has to be factored into your more long-term perspective than just the short-term trading opportunities. I'll cover a sort of a quick session on that just to sort of tune you up as we go into the week. Now, looking at the what's coming out today, as I said, there's not a lot coming out. We've got some housing credit numbers there out of Australia. Not really anything major. If anything, as I said, the manufacturing numbers there, probably the key part to it. Retail sales out of Germany, they're probably the key number. GDP numbers out of the UK, well, stranger things have happened. It may sort of give the market something to sort of focus on. And then you've got the German CPI numbers. Now, those German numbers come in sort of staggered through the course of the day. So it's not like an easy one where you sit there and start sort of trading the outcome. It's more you have a look at the very end, see what the result was, and euro may go up or down, at the end of that, right? So just keep an eye on it as we go through the week. Now, this isn't a bad start to the week. We've got a few numbers to sort of keep our eyes on as we go into things. The live signals, okay, not a bad week last week. We'll be keeping a tally of those as we go forward. So just keep your eyes abreast. If you do have if you are in the live trade zone on the Discord there, you'll see the updates as they come through. All right. And just to show you the sort of highlighted the on the bigger calendar, Wednesday, US manufacturing numbers, but the non-farm payrolls on Friday will be sort of the talk of the town. Once we hit sort of Wednesday, they'll become a lot more prominent, right? And especially with US equity markets on sort of all-time highs, weaker numbers, it's going to push those to the top side, or really stronger numbers may sort of slow that rally down in the equity markets. All right. And that's pretty much the week ahead, guys. As I said, the signals will be the major focus, and let's just see how they roll out. All right, guys, have a good one. All the best. Cheerio.